Mel said, my knees start to ache since I've been squatting down rather than bending. Is this normal? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Because most of you guys have weakness in the legs. You realize this when you can't squat. You realize this when you're not very good at the hip hinges. We don't have very strong leg muscles. When I injured my knee in June, got the meniscus tears, I couldn't do, I get to here and all of a sudden kill switch, I have no power. It just collapses. I couldn't do it. So what was happening is for a period of time, I was having to rely on my back to do things, right? I might have to bend over and round my lower back, stuff that we talk about not doing. But because I had a strong body, because I built resilience, I could abuse my back, abuse my other leg for a period of time while this is recovering and while I'm doing my rehab and get away with it. All too often, people are so fragile from here down because they don't do anything of significant magnitude. And unfortunately, too many times people come and say, well, yeah, but I do stuff to keep fit. And it's like, okay, objectively speaking, what does that mean? How fast do you run? How much can you lift? Those are the only things that we really can go on. I keep fit doesn't unfortunately mean anything, right? And because the answer often is, oh, well, I walk the dog and I do a bit of stuff in the gym. Okay, what do you do in the gym? Oh, well, I do some 3-kilo dumbbell curls. Okay, that's not keeping fit, right? That's not keeping strong. That's not building strength and resilience. That's doing something, and that's better than nothing, for sure. But it's not the same kind of caliber. So a lot of people are harboring a significant weakness down here. So when you injure the back and you start doing the rehab, you realize, gosh, my knees actually are really bad as well. My hips actually are pretty terrible too. And it creates a little bit of trouble because you realize you start trying to do the right stuff and the knee's going, which is why I said earlier, you have to march at the speed of the slowest soldier. So in Mel's case, the knee's starting to become a big problem. Why? Because probably she's focusing so much on the back when she's doing the squats that she's maybe neglecting the fact that the knees are doing this. And this is one of the big reasons why in the members area, we encourage, insist, have significant prompts for you guys to record yourself when you're doing the squats, for you guys to record yourself when you're doing the hip hinges, for you to share them in the group with us so we can give you guidance. Because the most important thing when we're doing these things is that we're doing them technically correctly first. Understand you're not changing much technically when you're learning the technique. You're just learning to be safer and mess up your back less frequently. But if there are other areas, knees, hips, ankles, etc., that are problems, we need to make sure we consider those as we're going forwards. And so it might mean that Mel needs to focus a little bit more on the hip hinges for a period of time and adjust the squats to a level that doesn't aggravate the knees, i.e. not quite as deep. Maybe she needs to use a bit of support, holding onto her support. This is too low, but you guys on TikTok, I don't want to move the camera. So maybe she's holding onto a bit of support, right, to make it a little bit easier on the knee joint, for example.